Students are falling behind because of the pandemic, but Idaho educators are helping kids bounce back from COVID learning loss. Good evening. We appreciate you tuning in. I'm Don Nelson.
And I'm Karen Lair. Gaps in essential learning, graduation rates, and higher education, all a concern thanks to disruptions in the classroom. Anchor Jake Garcia outlines what educators are seeing as students transition from high school to college.
Let's start with graduation rates. As we previously reported, the number of graduating seniors held steady and even rose during the pandemic, while schools saw fewer students dropping out compared to a typical year.
Typically in a normal year, we do have anywhere from about 60 to 80, sometimes more kids that from one semester to another semester that don't enroll or that may not finish. We did not see that this year, which is really surprising. We expected to see what we call our January kind of drop, and that really didn't occur.
We have heard a lot about the potential for kids to fall behind in their studies because of the pandemic, but educators are hopeful with the unique approach, teachers can close that gap.
There's been some great research about how to make up student learning gaps. And instead of remediation, the research is suggesting not acceleration, but infusion of keeping kids on track with what they know and infusing what they have gaps in into their regular learning schedules. So not forcing kids to go into remediation and sitting at computers doing tutorials to bring them up to speed, but just to infuse that learning into their regular classroom activities.
So what about the transition to higher education, and what are educators concerned about?
I think the hardest thing that I notice with incoming freshmen is that they struggle to advocate for themselves in that process. So they have the head knowledge that, oh yes, there's a Center for Academic Success and Advising that I can go and get help from. But actually making that step to seek that help out, they seem to struggle with more. And I think that's indicative of, in the high school setting, there's teachers in the classroom, really capable teachers in the classroom who can often intuitively know, I need to walk alongside this student a little bit more closely. It's different in the collegiate classroom because sometimes we don't know that about students. So if they don't advocate for themselves and avail themselves to those systems, then they can get really behind. Another thing I get concerned about just for these groups of students, and some of this comes from having a 2020 graduate of my own, but their experience in college so far is quite different. And they're having to flex and adjust just like they did at the high school level. And for a lot of them, there was a lot of loss. And so they're coming to college in a deficit, if you will. And not just academically, but sometimes emotionally and socially, mentally, depending on what their experience has been. So we talk a lot here about once they're here with us, how do we make sure that they transition well, that they get to a place where they understand the collegiate environment, learn how to advocate for themselves within the systems that we have. And it's not easy for this group of students who is entering college with this sense of loss from high school, of no fault of anyone's other than just a global health crisis.
And as far as online learning goes, probably safe to say the laptop isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
I do think that online learning is a part of us now. It really has been for the last 10 years or so, but this pandemic is going to push us further into that. So I think one of the things I would challenge students is, if you're struggling in the online learning environment, seek some help because it's probably not going away.
Jake Garcia, Idaho News 6.
Tomorrow, Jake will have more on a concerning trend that has some in higher education concerned, calling on the State Board of Education and state lawmakers.